Hi guys, Namaste, Jai Hind, Jai Mata Di and Jai Bharat. So I hope you watched the video of yesterday where we spoke about how Maya Devi came and what happened and how everybody was stunned after that. Now what did Kalki do? So exactly when Maya Devi came and everybody was stunned, Kalki came in front of Maya Devi. Kalki actually confronted Maya Devi and came in front of her. When Kalki came in front of her, to everybody's surprised, Maya Devi turned into Lakshmi and actually became part of Kalki. So she actually completely got merged with Kalki energy, or with the energy, with the self of Kalki, and everybody suddenly came out of that illusion and they started being active again. Now here the reference is to that part of the time where there were sudden situations, that certain changes or certain situations that came suddenly, where people realized that all the content that is floating, a lot of it is only money making. So that understanding did start coming into the minds of people, and people started digging back again for more information, for more stuff, for more things. And this illusion of those that content, it's not that it was fully eliminated. There was a set of people who were already again still doing that, because this is just the first village, it's just the first set of people, it's just first step. We have not even reached August as of now. So August 2020 as of now. So this is just that first set of people, and here the digging kind of started again. Everybody came back to Kalki energy, and when everybody came back to Kalki energy and they killed all the Malech people, almost all. Some ran away, some kind of gave up, and they killed some. So when all of that was happening, Kalki, it is said that Kalki actually sat on his horse with his arrows on his back, the bag of his arrows on his back, and he was looking very beautiful, and his forehead was sparkling with golden dots. Now this reference, I kind of feel that this reference is when everybody started coming back to the real energy of Kalki and started seeing him into the good part again. So there was a phase where all the bad stuff, bad videos, bad content, different tangent of content actually was floating, and then there was in between a phase where again the good pictures, good kind of stuff started coming back again, and that's the phase where Kalki was looking beautiful again. And here the anger of Kalki was also beautiful. So that's the reference that the task was not complete, but still that anger, that energy of completing the task was there. Now there is a reference to a lot of like, I'm not reading everything from there, but there is this a chapter, 15th chapter. We are reaching 15th chapter now. In the 15th chapter, in the beginning, there is a reference to how all the rivers were flooded with the blood of Malech people who were killed, and how their body parts were actually everywhere, and how all the elephants and the horses and all those who were killed, their body parts and their blood and their heads and their everything was all around the village or the area, and it was floating from one river to another. Rivers were full of blood. Now this is all the reference to that phase where everybody was seeing for what has been happening from years. Now this is the reference to all the killings that have happened, and there is also a reference that despite of seeing all this bad things or all this disgusting scenes, people, Kalki Sena, or people who were the devotees of Kalki, they were happy. They were still happy. Why they were happy? And you can actually relate to this, that a lot of truth started floating out, or a lot of truth started coming out about a lot of past events also that had happened, a lot of past killings, bloodshedding, all that had happened. And Kalki Sena was actually happy because at least the truth was coming out, at least the true content was coming out, at least the just give me 1 second, guys. Yeah, so I'm sorry for that gap. So yeah, so at least the true content was coming out, and that is why I think that it is about that phase where Kalki Sena was happy, even despite of so much happening or so much push happening, so much of pushback happening in multiple things, so much of people kind of coming with different stories. All of that kind of opened a big Pandora box to all the more things that were happening behind the scenes. Now the next chapter, when we talk about this chapter, this also today's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. But every day is a Mother Day. Actually, ideally it should be like that. But yeah, so here there is a reference to women. So the chapter that we are going to talk about has a lot of reference to women. So what happened is that when these all Malich men, they were killed or they ran away or they were injured, all the women, whether they were sisters, mothers or daughters, all the women, they came with the weapons to fight. So they came to challenge Kalki for a fight, and they came on their horses or elephants or whatever they had, and with all the weapons they had and all the war suits that they had, they came for the war. Now here the reference to the women and the war, it actually talks about multiple things, because first it does talk about a lot of women coming into picture, and we know that happened. A lot of women started coming into picture in different relationships, right? So whether it is wife-like relationship or mother or sister, a lot of women kind of came into the picture. So this is that phase where a lot of women started coming into the picture. Now second, there is also a reference where Kalki is talking about those women and their it is actually Kalki is actually talking about the beauty of those women, and he's talking to those women because he doesn't want to fight with women. So he's talking to those women and he's talking about praising about their beauty and talking about how beautiful their faces are and who would want to punch in that face, how beautiful their breasts are and who would want to punch those breasts, how beautiful their thighs are and all. So I was thinking that why is it that he's objectifying, like why is it that there is an energy of objectifying women body, and that gives me like a hit again that there is a reference to a particular set of people or particular industry who's actually done that, objectified or made a woman body or showcased a woman body like a product. And yes, these are the only parts that they kind of put maximum attention to: the breasts, the thighs, the face. And that is another thing that I kind of felt that this chapter is all about, which is actually talking about how the bodies of women were objectified in that area or that industry also started to come into limelight. Now here I also feel that women energy, or that energy that Kalki is talking about, and he started talking to those women. I'm not reading all of those lines because some of them some people might feel uncomfortable well if I read that. And also there is like we know the crux of it. So, and it's 15 chapters, so if you want you can download the Kalki PDF and read that chapter and you will see the references very clearly. But I also feel that this was the reference also about that inner energy of a lot of people, the inner energy of a lot of people that started waking up, and because they wanted to push that back again, they started kind of pushing the Kalki energy back. So there were a lot of people who were getting pulled in to that awakening energy suddenly because of all that was happening, and they had to push back in a certain way. So they were actually trying to push back Kalki. They were trying to push back that energy, not to get indulged into that energy. So there is one reference. That second reference, like I said, that second reference to the industry who objectify, it literally makes women body like an object. Third reference is also to family here, because there is a reference to mother, sister, lover or girlfriend or wife or child energy. So there's a reference to all kind of women related to Kalki. So as in there is a reference to those women, Malich women, but all the relationships are kind of highlighted here, and this is a reference to that phase. And I'm talking about even before like the August month started, or the very beginning of the August month, where all these people also started to come into picture. People started asking questions or started pushing them. So all these people started coming into the picture, and there is push and pull. There was a lot of push and pull. There were a lot of questions. There were a lot of energy about that. And then there is an energy of nurturing, because there's a talk about breasts, so there's an energy about nurturing. There's a talk about thighs, there's an energy of sitting on the lap, and then there's also that nurturing energy that is there, and there's that physical attraction energy also that is there, and a lot we know has happened in that area, or that that kind of talks, that kind of content, or that kind of truths, or that kind of things that they were happening around that time. And here when they give a reference, because we are reaching almost 10 minutes or 11 now, so here there is also very, very beautifully how the weapons of these women spoke to these women, and what is the meaning of those weapons. And then there is an energy of a Rakshasi also. So there is a beautiful reference to how that Rakshasi, who's that Rakshasi, how that came to Kalki's knowledge, and how that came to everybody's knowledge, what was the impact. So I'm going to talk about all of that in the next video. Till then, please, if possible, please like the video, share the video with everyone, and do give your feedback if you are able to connect with this energy, and if you are able to resonate, if it is resonating with you. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.